Louisiana beer reviews. Cayman Jack grilled pineapple margarita. Premium malt beverage with natural flavors and certified colors. Now they say on the web, this was introduced in 2024 and is produced in Arizona by American Vintage Beverage Company. All right, made with pineapple juice and agave nectar, so it has real sugar and real juices in it and real food coloring, certified color. Yellow number 5, which they have to list because some people are allergic. There's 2 food colorings that are required to be listed because some people have allergies to them, to whatever makes up the food coloring. 5.8% alcohol. Don't know the calories, but I'm sure they're not low. It's crafted to remove gluten. It's not gluten-free, but it's crafted to remove gluten. This is part of their Sweet Heat variety pack. Sweet Heat. Now, I found that they were very sweet, but with the first 2 I sampled, there was no heat, or virtually no heat. So when I have a product, a beer-based product like this, or it could be liquor-based, and they're claiming that it's a heat-oriented product, it should be. Now that Southern Comfort Fiery Pepper, in collaboration with Tabasco, McElhaney Tabasco Sauce Company, it is fiery. You know, in a moderate way. Tabasco's not really that hot. It might be hotter than Tabasco, actually. But it lives up to its touting. And I think the George Dickel Tabasco barrel did also, but that's gone also. The Southern Comfort Fiery Pepper and the George Dickel Tabasco barrel, they're both discontinued. I guess most people didn't like either version. But I found them very interesting. Okay. Typical fizz. Now it's silver gray, so it's amazing that they would add yellow number 5 and it doesn't seem to have any color added. Might have, I don't know, maybe they've got to put the food coloring in this batch. Now they say on the website it should have flavors of pineapple and agave and smoke. So are they using liquid smoke in this? Let's see. There is one video review for this. There was a video, and I hate these kind of videos where they're reviewing all 4 of the pack in one video. It's hard to follow those videos. They tend to be all over the place and it's too much confusion. I think people that do that, they'll be saying, please watch our channel, please watch our channel. And I think they would have a lot more success with people watching their channel if they would do each product separately. There's no rush. And there's really no need to do all 4 in a setting. Now you could do a taste challenge series if you wanted to, do a round robin tournament. That's fine. Blind taste test. It needs to be blind though. Doesn't prove anything otherwise. But anyway, let's see. But I'm going to go back and watch the pineapple, grilled pineapple. I skipped over that assessment because I didn't want to be influenced. I watched 2 out of the 4 that they covered. Nah, I don't get any smoke. I wouldn't be saying that. I wouldn't be discussing smoke if I hadn't read the description on their website. It just smells like mostly like pale barley malt. And I know they try to get rid of the beer aroma and flavor and make it a neutral fermented product, but it doesn't always work. Taste, cheers. I don't know about the smoke. This is definitely not a Rauch beer. Pineapple, definitely. Fiery. There is more pepper in this one. Now I'll give it credit. There's a little more chili pepper flavor. High, medium body, not quite heavy body though. Super sweet, so 4.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. Bitterness, 0 out of 5 hop cones. Although it does contain hops, being a malt beverage by law must contain hops. And tartness, yes, 4 out of 5 lemons. There is a little tap water undertaste and a little pale malt undertaste, but they managed to mask that a little better on this one. The tangy tropical and that lime margarita, you know, the spicy lime margarita, they evidenced more tap water. But if I was looking to drink a flavored malt beverage, and honestly, I would not be looking to do that. Although this video channel might argue otherwise. You might say, well, look at all the ones you've done. I know, but I didn't buy them to drink them. I bought them to review just to see what they were like. Now I'm stuck with a 12-pack. Now I did see a bunch of new singles of Mike's Harder, 8%. Mike's Harder. There's this new like electric neon series like Fruit Punch and Mike's Harder. Oh, I have to look at the website. I saw them at Albertsons in the tall cans, but I didn't like the price at all. I was like, oh no, I'm not paying that. And then I went to Racetrack and they had pints, not the talls, you know, the medium-sized cans, and those were a little better price. But I was like, oh no, I got too many flavor malt beverages as it stands now. I'm pretty sure those should be on the market for a while, but then you know how that goes. I'll go back to look for them to be gone. But there was like 3 or 4 new flavors. Because you know how we need more flavor malt beverages. Well, there must be a demand for them because they're everywhere, but could end up like the seltzer craze of 2018. It gets big, 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 and then people get burnt out on them, and then they just fade. Now, this seems to have more staying power, though, than the seltzer craze. Seltzer's still being they're still popular. They just have faded to a large extent relative to 2018 when there was this uproar with it, sort of like the Taylor Port wine craze of 2022, and that faded pretty fast. That was something to do with TikTok, I think. Some kind of chugging videos, and if you're chugging 18% port wine, I feel sorry for you. That was probably why it faded fast. People did it once and they were like, oh man, I can't bear to look at the bottle. Because it's made to sip out of like a little 4-ounce sherry glass once a day. But it's been years, a decade or more since these have been so popular. I mean, they've been around since the 90s. Actually, before that, because the 1930s they came out with Champagne, which was a flavored malt beverage. But that was just like a very, very far outlier product. And now it's just gotten more and more popular. So, I don't know, maybe this is the thing. People enjoy them. If you like them, I don't really like them. But, I mean, if this was all I could drink in beer, I wouldn't drink beer. I mean, I might drink one a week, but I can't stand them really. But anyway, I grade them for what they are, not what I like. You know, what I personally prefer is irrelevant, honestly. It's just a curiosity issue. So, this one sort of lives up to the heat. Now, there was a Dos Equis Pale Ale once. True story. And it was a spiced ale. And it had, they said it was flavored with what they call fire ant tears. and the heat built on that. By the time it got in your throat, then it was pretty hot. And that was a very interesting product. And then it faded as fast as we got interested in it. I mean, you could say that was a flavored malt beverage because it was a malt beverage, a beer, and it was flavored. Of course, there was a Dos Equis, a Roja too at one time, a red lager from Dos Equis, and that I was able to get a 6-pack of that, but that was going that quick. It was just here and disappeared. Not a flavored malt beverage. All right. Anyway, this one is kind of mid-range, like the other ones. Their actual flavor was A minus. But they didn't live up to the heat requirements, so I brought them down to B minus because they just didn't. This one's a little better. So in the actual flavor, it's in the A range. Like you could say 93 for flavor malt beverage. For a flavor malt beverage, you could say it's a 93. You can't say what about for beer overall because that's some. What do you say for that? You grade it according to its class. For. You know, it's like saying, well, what about this type of bourbon for liquor overall? How are you going to relate that to mezcal or a Scotch whiskey? I mean, you could in that case, at least it's whiskey or gin. You know, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Or it makes little sense. So I'm not going to grade this against like a Goose Island Bourbon County brand stout. That's a different class of malt beverage. But anyway. But in this flavored malt beverage world, it's a most excellent product overall. But the problem, it doesn't really live up to the touting. A little better than the other two, but not quite where it needs to be. So I'm going to go with 83. It's an 8.3 out of 10. It's a B. It's good, but there are 17 percentage points problematic with it, and that's relative to, one, the tap water flavor, the pale malt flavor, but I guess you can't totally get rid of the beer flavor, and that's okay. And but the main problem is the heat part. Got the sweet, not so much of the heat, but a little bit better than the other two. All right, so we'll see what the fourth one does. Probably be the same, not living up to the touting, but laissez-les bon temps relais. I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Waddell, Arizona, and take a flavored malt beverage brewery concoction facility tour.